Most valuable and expensive American-Canadian rare prints 1970. The 1970 Canadian 6-cent Mowat stamp. Pictured on the left. The face of Oliver Mowat. Politician and founding father of Canadian Confederation. He lived in the 19th century. During his political career, defended the constitutional rights of the provinces. To the right. The Canadian Parliament Building. Established in 1867. The laws are enacted in this building. And hosts 443 parliamentarians. To the left of the face. The name and surname of the founding father. Followed by the period in which he lived. 1820. Year of birth. 1903. Year of disappearance. A peculiarity in this stamp. You will be able to see it on the right side of his beard. In a small way. The year of issue of this piece is reported. 1970. Postage stamp issued on August 12, 1970. Was issued in 35 million copies. And is worth over 30 times its print value. $1.80. Kelsey 6-cent Canadian dollar stamp from 1970. Depicts the face of Henry Kelsey. Lived between the 17th and 17th centuries AD. He was the first white European man to have explored and traveled across the broad and expansive western plains of Canada. Thanks to his ease of conversation with the native Indians. Live with them. To the left of his face. The writing Canada. Under his name and surname. With the title that Canada wanted to give it. The first explorer of the plains. To the right of the face. You will be able to see the nominal value of the piece. 6 cents of the Canadian dollar. A little further down. On his shoulder. You will be able to see it reported in writing. The year this stamp was printed. 1970. Piece released on April 15, 1970. Was issued in 36,450,000 copies. And today it is worth 33 times its issue value. $2. The 1970 Canadian 6-cent Northwest Territories stamp. It was issued on the occasion of the 100th anniversary. From the institution officially. And legally from the Northwest Territories. The territory that extends for 1,304 square miles in Canadian territory. A vast but sparsely populated area. A territory. Rich in resources. That thanks to modern technologies. The Canadian government is working to use them. On the center. You will be able to see the symbol of these territories. A tawny owl. Nocturnal bird of prey. Inhabitant of coniferous forests. Up. The writing that commemorates the commemorated event. All below. The name of Canada. Followed by the number indicating the nominal value of the piece. 6 cents of the Canadian dollar. Postage stamp issued on January 27, 1970. Was issued in 27,600,000 copies. And today it is worth 41 times its print value. $2.50. The Louis Riel 6-cent Canadian dollar stamp. Depicts the Canadian politician. Founding father of Manitoba. Canadian province. Which is found in the prairies of the northeastern area. He fought to preserve the rights and culture of the local population. During the period in which their territory came under the control and influence of the new Canadian government. Up. You will be able to see the writing Canada. Followed by the number indicating the nominal value of the piece. 6 cents of the Canadian dollar. All below. Your name and surname. The year of printing. 1970. You can find it written all over the top left. In a small way. Next to the writing Canada. Postage stamp issued on June 19, 1970. Was issued in 37 million copies. And today it is worth 65 times its print value. $3.90. The 25-cent Canadian dollar Expo stamp. Was issued on the occasion of Canada's participation at the Japan Expo in 1970. With the theme on progress and harmony for humanity. A commemorative piece. In recognition of the quadruple participation by the Canadian provinces. To the right. You will be able to see a floral emblem. Which depicts a stylized cherry blossom. Whose 5 petals. They symbolize the 5 continents. In the center. A circle. representing the Sun of Japan. To the left, the symbol of the 1967 Expo, which recognizes Canada. That we have made great strides since the beginning of the 20th century. On the side, the dates that recall the 1967 Expo and that of 1970. Top right, the nominal value of the piece, 25 cents of the Canadian dollar. Postage stamp issued on March 18, 1970. Was issued in 3 million copies. And today it is worth 16 times its print value. $4. The Canadian 5-cent Nativity stamp was issued on the occasion of the day dedicated to the International Year of Education. Where in Canada, a competition open only to children was opened, in which they were asked to draw and express the Christmas theme. The best images were rated and issued by Canada Post in its territory. On the center, you will be able to see one of the different designs chosen, which represent the North Star, which illuminates the hut of Jesus. Under, the name of Canada. To the right, the nominal value of the piece, 5 cents of the Canadian dollar. Postage stamp issued on October 7, 1970. 46,560,000 copies were printed. And today it is worth 100 times its issue value. $5. The Manitoba 6-cent Canadian dollar stamp. It was printed on the occasion of the 100th anniversary of Manitoba's entry into Confederation. First Canadian province to join the Union. It is geographically located in the center. And over time it has grown a lot in terms of economy and number of inhabitants. On the center, the symbolic image used by the province. Up, the writing Canada, followed by the nominal value of the piece, 6 cents of the Canadian dollar. All below, the writing commemorating the event. Piece released on January 27, 1970. 36,975,000 pieces were printed. And today it is valid on an original stamped envelope. Up to 416 times its emission value. $25.